My name is Michael Kaye. I'm 47 years old and I'm a fashion designer here in New York City. I was born in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and for the past 24 years I've lived in New York City. I'm a graduate of the Fashion Institute of Technology, and for the past 10 years, after working all over 7th Avenue for various different companies, I've been doing couture. I had a total affinity for fashion from the get-go. I think I was at 3 or 4 years old wrapping blankets around neighbors and making gowns, dressing Barbie and Ken. I used to make all of my cousin's Barbie clothes, and I just always had a knack for fashion and sewing. Why I love designing is it's, I think, something I was born with. It's an innate sense. I have constantly thought about it. Even, as I say, when I was a child, my entire world revolved around dressing up my neighbors or my cousins. My approach to fashion is clothing that is clean, modern, and with a bit of an edge, a bit of a twist, but still always beautiful and dynamic. This gown in gold leather is in the permanent collection at the museum at the Fashion Institute of Technology, my alma mater. The earrings are mine. I did a lot of clothing in the very beginning that was held up by jewelry, and if you even look on the back of the dress, it's with the necklace closure at the back. So it just is beautiful, yet blends away, and the jewelry just kind of came second nature, and that's sort of what created my Michael Kaye Bijou line, which is sold on QVC UK and in London and in America, as well as Macy's. As I've said before, Halston is a big, major influence in my life. Calvin Klein, a little bit, the minimalist, the modernist, but I kind of take it to a little bit more of an extreme and give a little bit more of a feminine flourish. I've worked for several manufacturers on 7th Avenue, starting with Adele Simpson when I was fresh out of school. A visiting professor had seen me on the street and sent me there to be an intern. Hired out of school at Adele Simpson. Then I went to Scozzy Dress, Albert Nippon, Jones New York Dress. I did have my own bridge dress line in 1995, which was carried at Saks, Nordstrom's, Jacobson's, Holt Renfrew in Canada, and Barney's Outlets. I have also worked for a designer named Steven Stolman. He was based out of Southampton and Palm Beach. And for the past 10 years, I've been doing Michael Kaye Couture. My friends and family would describe me as someone that's very loyal, hardworking, never giving up, always on to the next thing, picking myself up, dusting myself off, getting off to the next level, and just trying to propel my career to go forward. I think people think I'm a little snotty when they first meet me. I'm really not. It's probably just a coping mechanism, but when it comes to it, I'm really a really good person and probably one of the best friends you'll ever have. Some of my good qualities are I'm a stickler for perfection, which I don't know if that's a good quality. From having my own business for the past 10 years, I've been able to handle the stressfulness of it all by just knowing that there's a greater good coming forward in the future and that it's all work that's leading up to the next point. I've been so fortunate. I've received some really great accolades. I was accepted into the Metropolitan Museum of Art's permanent collection from the Costume Institute with a Brodie tartan gown. That was in 2003. In 2004, I was named the Fashion Group Rising Star for Women's Apparel. I have had the pleasure of having 2 of my gowns go into the permanent collection at the Fashion Museum at the FIT. I have been given an award by the Max Rager Foundation for the Fashion Arts. That was last year, and I was actually awarded that by my all-time favorite model from the 1980s, supermodel Nancy Donahue. In 2004, I was awarded the Fashion Group Rising Star for Women's Apparel, and that award was presented to me by Patricia Field of Sex and the City fame. In 2009, I was honored by the National Trust for Scotland alongside Alan Cumming for the work that I do in tartan. It's a big part of what I do. I love tartan. I cut gowns in it, and I have tartan gowns that are in the permanent collections of the Royal Alberta Museum in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and that's the City of Edmonton tartan, which I presented to the mayor. Okay, if I were to win this and this NBC Fashion Star was able to help me get my vision out to more of a broader audience, and being able to dress anyone that I wanted, I think my dream person that I would want to dress would be Nicole Kidman.